in a introductory philosophy class, maybe you encountered this idea of the golden mean. It was established first by some of the greats, which I remember their names by SPA in chronological order: Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle. But Plato was one of the first people to establish this idea of the golden mean, and then Aristotle kind of filled in the gaps and made it much more kind of a robust idea. And the golden mean is another way of saying the middle way, or the center position between two extremes. Think about it this way, that you don't want to be too prideful, and you don't want to be humiliated, right? Because if you're humiliated, then you're deficient. But if you're prideful, then you're extreme. So it's better just to be somewhere in the middle, to be modest. Now, we've talked about center positions on the show before, and what I've tried to illustrate is that center positions are usually not really center positions. Usually, center positions are just used as an excuse for cowardice. For instance, if you are a Christian and today you are idly sitting by with nothing to say much on the gender transitioning of minors, or nothing to say about abortion, especially how it slaughters black babies in the womb, if you have nothing to say about how race is being used and abused by people on the left as emotional extortion to bring about their policy ideas, if you're not willing to expose these things and talk about these things and be honest about these things, then you actually don't have a center position. You're just trying to find a position of cowardice so that you can push those things away. Now, you lump those into the extreme left, or whatever position you want to call extreme right, and you try to avoid those at all costs. But the reality is the golden mean isn't just enough truth and just enough mercy. It's all the truth and all the mercy that you need to be in a position that is golden. That's what the golden mean is really all about. And as an independent thinker, whether you be a Christian or not, it's what we want to try to strive for. Not just the middle position between two extremes, but the honest, rational, and logical position that comes often in between extremes. So push aside ideas like the radical middle and the holy middle and what Christianity today wants to call middle positions. It doesn't mean that you didn't vote for Donald Trump and now you're a centrist. No. It doesn't even mean that you didn't vote for an election denier. That doesn't make you a centrist. What makes you a centrist is a person who is dedicated and obligated to fully upholding the truth, while also grabbing a hold of other virtues in the process and not forgetting those virtues. So it's important to establish that as we're kind of jumping into our first story, because we're going to be talking about The Chosen and its season 3 trailer and some controversy that's surrounded that season 3 trailer. And the controversy is important to note, not because we want to be the kind of people that are all over YouTube who consistently want to try to show that they're a keyboard hero of some type and spark outrage and build a platform simply by pretending to have an offense about something, or trying to spark outrage where there is none. However, there is also another side to this story, is that it's also important to critique things when there is room for critique. And it's also important to have a clearly open mind about things and be willing to discuss them. So I hope to try to present kind of a golden mean position about this controversy, and try to, more than anything, beyond just this season 3 trailer and more broadly the show The Chosen, whether you like it or not, to try to present the opportunity to show thinking out loud about things that deserve conversation. So not sparking outrage, but also not willing to ignore things that deserve conversation. So you just got done watching a small excerpt of a much larger episode. You can find the link to that full episode down below in the description of this video. So you definitely need to check that out, because if you like that clip, you'll like the much larger episode. And while you're at it, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and click that little bell to be notified when great new episodes of Indie Thinker come your way. Thanks for watching.